And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. Our starting pitcher in this one, Sean Manaea. How about a report on him, Chris?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Xavier Edwards digs in now. Ball one there.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, bro. Things change from game times to your day.
Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. On to first. And there are 2 outs. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Conine getting ready to hit. First pitch misses.
1-0.
This to third. This one could be trouble. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And here is Derek Hill on the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Here's Francisco Lindor. Lindor, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Weathers fires. And it's even up.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground, right side. To first, Lindor retired. And now it's Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Not even close there. And that is ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
One down, base is empty. stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
Batting third,
One
third
down.
baseman,
And now it's Mark Vientos
Vientos.
with 3 hits on the series and one of them a homer. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Soto leads off first with 1 away. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1. That one missing inside. And now it's even up.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2 strikes.
Got it. That's out number 2. Here's Pete Alonso. Big time power. Fought off foul. This to third. They get the force. Inning over. Mets leave 1. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Top of the second.
Leading
Now it's
off
the rookie
for
first
Miami,
baseman,
first
Davison
baseman,
De Los
Davison
Santos.
De Los Santos.
Minaya back to work. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now the catcher up to hit. Agustin Ramirez.
Nope.
Just missed. Ramirez turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you different.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw, and they got it.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, you know, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up, you almost get a little more flat-footed, and you've got to be sharp to get that jump and to beat a good throw down to second base. Just wasn't able to do it right there. He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at first, 1 away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Steps on the bag for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Back here at Citi Field. And now the DH, Starling Marte. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Line drive, base hit. Just kind of slice that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one lifted to left. Myers makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. 3 for 10 in the series so far. And there's a strike.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's outside. And it's 1-1. That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And he deals. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. No run. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Back to the top of the Miami order. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. That one at the knees for a strike. That clips the zone, and that's strike two. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. And now Dane Myers, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Out to short, Lindor. Throws across the diamond. Marlins set down. Back here in Queens. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And now Francisco Lindor. And a foul ball. One out, base is empty. Smoked on the ground a second. Lindor retired. Here's Juan Soto. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Myers. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. And that one fouled off. Strike two. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Lindor over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Hill in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And now Davison De Los Santos. There's a strike at the knees.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. That one ripped but foul. Vientos, 25 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Late on that fastball.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. A massive home run. Home run number 5 on the season, and this game is tied. It's 1-1. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Starling Marte up to hit. And that is out of play. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss as he was late.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
In the air, right field. Conine on the move. He's got it. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
McNeil in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two out, space is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. All even at 1 apiece. Back after this on the show. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off for
pitcher's
Miami,
duel so
catcher,
far. Here's how the
number
starters
50.
have performed up to this point. Minaya back to work. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hernandez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Ground ball right side and foul ball. Line drive, and this one looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Ball 1, no strike.
This one in the dirt. But no advance. That's ball 1. Hot shot to third. Slings to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Slap the other way, foul. Hernandez stands at second with 2 gone. To the right side. In plenty of time to first. And that is... We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here is Brandon Nimmo. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
That one misses.
Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Hit weakly on the ground. Throws to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Oh, he's looking
0-1's the
great
count.
so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Got him to chase one upstairs there.
No ball,
This
2
game has
strikes.
been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's Jose Siri. Struck out swinging his first time. Ground ball up the middle. Lopez slings to first. That ends the inning. Top 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Dane Myers. Pitches in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Marlins finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Up the middle, Lindor fires over to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Edwards stands in now and watches strike 1. All tied up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Siri makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Conine in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. On the ground to the left,
Foul ball.
and it goes just foul. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they go quietly there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Juan Soto now 1 for 2. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Recovers in time to get the force. And that's out number 1 on a tough play.
A lot going on right there. First of all, first baseman making that diving stop. So many times he's looking desperately for the pitcher to feed it to, but he decides to get up and beat that base runner to the bag. Pretty impressive right there. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not
He dives, but he can't make the catch. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. They take the lead. It's 2-1. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's... So the Marlins go with a new arm, George Soriano.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
1 out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And that takes care of Alonso. Here's Starling Marte. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Jesse Winker looking for a 2-out hit to bring home the runner from third. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He sends it out of here. His second homer of this series, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1. Singy, that's his 99th career homer.
Well, he's probably already thinking about the next one, and don't want to think too hard because you'll start to struggle. 100 is a really nice number to get to, though. I love the approach as a pinch hitter right there. Don't let him steal a strike on you just because you're coming in cold off the bench. If you get something to handle, jump all over it, and he was on that one. That's a big boost to the dugout.
Jeff McNeil stands in. 0 for 2 in this one. In the air, left field. Corrals it. That is the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 4-1. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check
for
out the latest
Marlins,
news from
center
around the
fielder,
league.
Derek Hill.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Vientos whips it to first. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. And now the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
The Fish trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a chopper out to short. Lindor on to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And that drops in for a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
That one down the line,
Nope,
and
that's
that's just foul.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is...
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing.
Sends it to first, and that is that.
Pitching for Miami.
We're back in a new pitcher here to
Number
start the bottom of the
51.
7th. Declan Cronin.
Cronin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score
Off the plate,
right
ball
where
1.
it is.
Nimmo up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Tap foul at the plate. Ripped on the ground to second. On to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. On the ground, Lopez gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, base is empty. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jesus Tinoco, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Enriquez getting cranked up as well.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on. And we're taking over
Now
on the mound for the
pitching for
Mets,
the Mets.
Dedniel Nunez.
Number 72.
And we all know about his slider. It's just
Dedniel
filthy, man. And one of the better
Nunez.
ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And there's a ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, That closer's coming in. No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Lopez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And he grounds one to the right side. Handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. Cronin back to work. This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Liner snagged at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
One out, the runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Lined, and that's a base hit. Lindor zipping around third. The throw in, safe at home, and the runner scores from second, and they lead by 4. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Pete Alonso. He's already home. In this game. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
No ball,
this guy's
2
got
strikes.
such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. Back here at
Now
Griffin
pitching for the
Conine
New
gets
York
handed the
Mets.
rock out of the pen. He's
Number
pitching on 2
46.
days rest.
Griffin Conine.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining. Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins. Gets the outside corner with that one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. 1 strike away. Ground ball right side. And foul ball. Got him. And that's the ball game.
This was pure domination at home. Huge sweep. And now you go on the road. The flight's going to be very enjoyable. Get into the next city, get a nice meal, get settled in at the hotel, but come back ready to play in the next game. See if you can continue this momentum.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long